My Lords, there is no truth whatsoever in the suggestion that Stephen Byers came to any arrangement with me on any matter relating to National Express. It is equally untrue to suggest that National Express were allowed by the government to avoid any of their rail contract obligations when the company's East Coast subsidiary announced its intention to default on its franchise on the 1st of July last year. Stephen Byers had a brief conversation in the House of Commons with me last June about the East Coast Main Line. We discussed his experience in dealing with rail franchise difficulties when Transport Secretary. As regards the situation then facing National Express, I told him that despite the company's difficulties, I had no intention whatsoever of renegotiating the East Coast franchise on terms favourable to the company, as the company was seeking in its approaches to my department. I told Mr Byers that such a move would undermine the rail franchise system and would not be in the best interests of taxpayers. This, my Lords, is precisely the policy I pursued and announced to Parliament on the 1st of July last year, when National Express indicated its intention to default on its East Coast franchise. The government declined to renegotiate the East Coast contract. I required National Express to pay the full amount due for its failure to meet its contractual obligations under the East Coast franchise, and I took every step that was legally possible in relation to the other National Express franchise contracts. This included my statement to the House on the 26th of November that the company's profitable East Anglia franchise would be terminated 3 years early with all profits foregone. My Lords, these are the facts. Any claims to the contrary are pure fantasy.